So my role as a CTO has changed a lot as the company has grown. When we first started and we were a company of only 7 people or so, I was lead of all things technical and in charge of kind of the general architecture of the robot. So it was a lot of choosing what processors do we use and what do we use for the drivetrain and what do we use for sensing for mapping and navigation and what algorithms do we use and how do we hide the camera and should we use a camera, should we use screen versus eyes, that sort of thing. And also I was just part of the software team writing actual software for things like mapping and navigation or just robot functions. As the team grew, we hired a lot of more people to write software and to build robots. And so I passed all that stuff off to those people. And then I was primarily managing people for a while to build robots. And then finally we hired managers to manage the people to building robots. And so I no longer had to manage all the people. So now I'm actually back to writing code, and I lead a small team focused on mapping, navigation, localization software. And that might sound odd as a very narrow thing for a CTO to do, but that's actually a very typical CTO transition from a small startup to a large company. We're over 50 people now, so we have a lot of people to build robots and do things. And another big part of my role is to get out there and evangelize our tech to the world and let everyone know that Curry is awesome and full of great technology. My proudest thing as CTO is the choice that we made for the eyes. In deciding that Curry wasn't going to have a screen, Curry was going to have actual physical eyes. And I think it makes Curry look a lot more lifelike and compelling in this way. And it also makes us not just another tablet on wheels. There's a lot of parents who want to limit screen time for their kids, and they say, oh, you can play with this tablet, that's fine, but only for a little while. And another tablet on wheels maybe is more of the same, whereas Curry is definitely not in that category. Curry is a pet, a companion, a friend. For me, my favorite part is actually working on the robot's algorithms, things like mapping and navigation that I get to focus on these days, which is a lot of fun, and the sensors involved in designing the sensors and making sure all that sort of thing works well. I mean, I'm a roboticist at heart, and that's really the most fun part for me.